Hey traders, welcome to officialjohnhowe.com market update. Today we're going to check out on what Yahoo is actually doing. We're going to see what it's doing and where's it likely to go next, and where would be an entry point that I'll be looking for if what I'm looking for right now in Yahoo to actually get in either bullish or bearish, long or short. Let's get into it. Alright traders, so before I do start this, make sure you understand that trading is risky. You know that it does cause substantial financial loss if you don't know what you're doing. You need to have really good risk management. The point I say is that, you know, it's a very emotional game, especially right now, very whippy, very volatile. So don't trade it if you're not 100% happy with the risk you're putting on every trade. So what I like to do personally is I like to trade 1 to 2% of my account on every single given trade that I do. So if that trade goes belly up, that the worst case scenario is I lose the whole lot, which is only 1 to 2% of my account on that one particular trade. Make sense? That's just what I do. But again, you need to have good entry rules, good trade management, good money management, and always working on your mindset when it comes to trading. But apart from that, let's get into this stock. Let's get into Yahoo right now. So Yahoo, what is Yahoo doing right now? So looking at the bigger picture Yahoo, you can see, if I bring up a weekly chart here, we can see we had a trend line here, right? This trend line here was going back since the start of the lows here of 2012, before Yahoo just exploded, right? Exploded to the high side. Ran up, came down, ran up, came down, exploded to the high side. Now what is happening right now? We're getting a change of tune of trend, right? Change of tune of trend where the market is right now. And you can see the market's broke past this trend line, broke past this support line here as well too, and now we're heading down. So let's actually look at the daily chart and let's actually see what we're seeing here. Now, the first thing I do see here on Yahoo is that we are on a really nice downward movement through here, okay? Really nice downward movement. If we do have a look at the weekly chart again for a minute, let's actually delete this trend line here. All right, we're going to keep that one there, and I'm just going to draw a trend line from the highs here down through to the low here, okay? That's what I'm going to do there. So I'm just going to draw that through there, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to extend this out through here, and I'm just going to connect those highs there. What I'm trying to do is trying to connect the highs there. And as we can see now, if I draw this up through here and draw it up through, you know what, let's make the channel right somewhere around about there, okay? So as you can see, right, it's a bit of a channel on the downside now. And you can see by looking at this here, we have a whole bunch of resistance and support areas all the way up through here as well too. So if we have a look at that, that's a whole bunch of support and resistance there. We do have a level of support down the bottom here, okay? And that's where it's at right now. So that's what's happening with Google right now on a weekly chart. So, Yahoo on the weekly chart. So let's look at this here, Yahoo on the daily chart. So Yahoo on the daily chart right now, as you can see, it's very, very, very bearish. And so I would not want to be buying this stock. I'm personally looking to short this stock. So where am I looking to short it? So let's actually do this here, okay? Let me actually bring my trend lines up here. Let me show you what I'm looking for. First thing I wanted to say is that if you look at the moving averages, right? Firstly, we're above the 200. This is the 200 here, so we're above that, right? And let me just get my pen out here. All right, so we're above the 200. Next thing we want to see is we can see all the moving averages, right? They're starting to separate and they're pointing down. That means we are in a nice bearish move to the downside. Makes sense? We're in a nice bearish move to the downside. So that's what's happening right now. We're seeing a bit of like a double bottom on the stochastics down here, okay? And you can see the market rallying up. Interesting, I just noticed that you can see, look at the moving averages of my volume here. Lots and lots of volume around 2014, but look at it taper off. So that's showing that a lot of people are actually getting out of Yahoo. As the market's been going off, a lot of people are getting out of Yahoo. There's not a lot of buying and selling going on. Anyway, that's just interesting to see that. So we can see a bit of a double bottom through here, and we can see where the market is right here, right now. So what I would be looking to do for myself is that I would be looking to see this market have a nice rally to the high side and get into this area, X marks the spot, as a resistance. And then I would want to see the stochastics get oversold to see a nice turning point, right? Because if you think about it, if you think about this as sort of a logical thing, if you look at this stock over the past, when this stock's been going down, every time this one here got almost to the oversold, and that was that point there, but it wasn't below it there, okay? Got almost to the oversold, and that was that point there. Got almost to the oversold, and that point there, It did get to the oversold level, and that was that point. That was that point through there. Okay, it did go up a little bit, but as you can see, right, it was above them. It was around the moving average and stuff like that. And I want to talk about that in a minute. Okay, just looking at the stochastics here. This one here was above it, and you can see here that this is where it is right now, and so on and so forth, right? But if you have a look at every single one of these, that if you just look at the stochastics and the turning points, that one worked, that one went down, that one went down, that one went down. That went down a little bit, not much. That one definitely went down. So as you can see, right, why wouldn't I want to use that to my advantage if I can see this has a big characteristic up here? Now, I want to say something, is that, as I was saying before, is that as you can see, right, when all these indicators, when all the moving averages come close together, I am not getting involved with that because it's too sideways for me, okay? I'm waiting for a breakout. Now we've had this breakout coming to the downside. I'm looking for a race up into an area where the market may resist, right? Because price action first, indicator second. So I'm looking for a race up towards these levels through here, okay? And then if the market does reject off through here, then I may be looking at a trade through there, depending on the stochastics, depending on my weekly chart. And there's a whole bunch of criteria that I look at when I'm actually placing a trade. But there's just some things that I'm looking at. So if you're looking to buy this stock, I would not say buy. I would not say this is a good stock to buy until we at least get back above the 200 moving average. Makes sense? If we go back to the weekly chart, we can see we're in a clear downward trend. So this is not, to me, this is not a good stock to buy right now. Until, especially, we need to break apart. We need to break out of this whole channel through here to the high side to start seeing a really good buying opportunity. If you're looking to buy this stock, for me, I personally trade other instruments around the markets. So I'm more on the shorting side. I'm more on the bearish side. So I'll be looking at bearish strategies around that. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this update. If you did, then click on this little button up the top here, this little image up the top here. It's going to take you over to my site where you can get like a free course and help you really get ahead in the market even more. This is John Howell here. Head on down to officialjohnhowell.com. Remember, success can be yours if you go claim it. So step up, take massive action, and face your fears today.